Brought to you by Refi. Refinance your defaulted private student loans today at yrefi.com/Ramsey.
Today's question comes from Jessica in Nevada. Jessica writes, my partner and I have been together for 4 years. Both of us went through horrific divorces. We live together and have part-time custody of our young children from those marriages. We are about to have a baby together, but do not want to get married even though we are in a committed, loving relationship. How can we provide security and protection for each other and our baby in case something happens to one or both of us? My partner has a very well-paying job. I'm a teacher, and once we have a baby, I'll probably work part-time or stay at home for a while. So how can we provide security and protection for each other and our baby in case something happens to one or both of us? You're not like my answer, but get married and give your kid a legal foundation for which, good gosh, what a mess. I mean, that's what you need to do. I mean, are you go sit down with the wills and estates attorney? I don't know the state of Nevada. They may have some specific, some different legal things, but the greatest gift you could give your kid is to process and heal from the horrific divorces, and both of y'all go to the therapy that you need and get the care that y'all need, and then don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And so y'all had you went through a really tough car wreck. That doesn't mean we never drive again, but that means we do need to get over the anxiety of getting in a car again. We got to practice driving. We got to get a new car, but we're gonna have to get back out on the road sometime. And so the safest thing you can do is get married, and then if one of you dies, then there's legal protections across the board there. But I'd go talk to an estate attorney if y'all aren't going to do that. I don't really have an answer for you other than that.
Yeah, because I do feel like some people, it's like this avoidance of like, I don't want marriage because it hurt last time, so we're going to just not deal with it and do it our own way.
Exactly.
And because of that, you miss so many opportunities to probably heal from those traumatic divorces of what you're saying. And it actually causes you to face this fear of like, I don't want to do this again. I'm so scared. But yet, we basically are married from like an emotion, right? We're living together. Like there's a
We're
level.
playing house. Yeah. But we think we've avoided a potential hurt because we don't have this
legal standing.
Right.
Yeah.
And what it's like actually a better analogy is we were driving in a car and we got in a wreck and we got hurt by our seatbelt. And so we're going to drive again, but we're never wearing a seatbelt again. And what that means is if you get in another wreck, it's going to be a way bigger mess. And the likelihood you're going to get hurt is way worse than what it was. And so you chose to get back into a romantic relationship. You chose to both share a house together.
Have a baby together.
Both chose to make a human together. So the only thing you're not doing is protecting yourself with the legal protection of a licensed marriage.
Yeah.
And dude, I've been getting this question more and more and more. Like, I don't want to get the government involved. If you have a kid, the government's involved because you made it one of their citizens. You've done that already, right? If you buy a property with somebody, you've got the government involved. So it's cool to be like, I don't want them involved. They're involved. So move on.
Is there what's the psychological play here when you're not married and doing all of this, right? Living together, having a baby together. And then not just from a legal standpoint, but what does that do emotionally, psychologically to say like, oh, well, we've entered a marriage? Does something shift in that?
It can. And if you've got, if they did go through horrific divorces, which I believe, then yeah, if you have trauma surrounding an old behavior and you re-engage in that new behavior, you're going to have to deal with it, right?
Yeah. But is there a level of commitment? Like, is there something about the seriousness?
There's something about like
that
it does. Yes, you have to be all in. I wish there was another way to say it, but if you're not all in, then when things get rocky, which they will,
so much easier to leave.
Yeah, you hop out.
So much easier to leave.
And so what you're almost guaranteeing is any bumps in the road in the future, it's just going to be messier. Except, quite honestly, Jessica, and
she's in a worse spot.
I'm going to overgender this, but you're in the bad spot here because if his name is on this house and you don't have a job and you become just baby mama or living girlfriend and y'all break up, you're in a mess, right? Having to re-enter the workforce. So in a weird way, a marriage may protect you more right now. And so again, meet with an estate attorney in Nevada and work that stuff out individually. But yeah, man, I hate this for you because y'all are in a mess. You're trying to You're
avoid a reality.
You're trying to go
that's
swimming
there.
without getting wet, and you're already in the pool, man. You're already in the pool.
Why Refi refinances delinquent private student loans for struggling borrowers. Learn more at yrefy.com/Ramsey.